Oh, what is this? 1X Gold. That looks like some currency right there. X Club Gold Coin Bank. This is some kind of, and there's somebody probably stole the QR code at that point. That's fine. See how when I close this eye, it goes to my other eye, and I open up that eye, and it goes back to that eye because that eye's a bit closer. So today we're checking out a new phone from Infinix. This is the Note Pro, their latest play at sort of that $250 plus price point. I think this is $259 USD equivalent, and this time they're bringing a large display, 6.95 inches, and they're upping the refresh rate a little bit, up to 90 hertz. The model in front of me is 256 storage and 8 gigs of RAM. Now, this device is being launched in more markets as well, from West Africa to Latin America and parts of Asia as well, so greater availability. I've also got a little accessory over here on the side. We're gonna look at that in a moment. Looking around the box, some more specs on the back here. So yes, 256 plus 8 GB. The battery is 5,000 milliamp hours, so they're putting a fairly substantial battery in there. Android 11, 16 megapixel front-facing camera. There's a few different units on the back, with the headline being the 64 megapixel camera unit. It has a Helio G95 processor inside. But yeah, 6.95 inches, that's a fairly substantial smartphone, but that's kind of what it's been for them with the Note series. There is a regular Note 10, which is around 200 bucks. The Pro model takes the price up a little bit, but this is a value for money play, obviously. And I've looked at a couple different versions of their devices in the past. I think this might be the largest from a screen size perspective. I mean, that's almost 7 inches in front of you there. Oh, it also has fast charging. So it has a 33 watt X charge is what they're calling it. I think they has something in there that you could recharge your device in the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee. I think that probably depends on how quickly you drink coffee. And my first one of the day actually happens fairly quickly. So anyhow, look at this lavender color. SD card expansion, 2 SIM card trays. Here you have your camera module, quite a few different sensors on there. 64 megapixel, 8 megapixel, and 2+2. Power switches over here, volume rocker above that. Why don't we just remove this sticky part real quick? Ooh, all right, so it's a not a two-tone, but a two-texture kind of look. So towards the bottom, you have these lines in there, and then at the top, it's a more slick glass finish. Now, one thing I should mention, it is like a mirrored finish, but it's a slightly lighter color, so some of those fingerprints might not show up quite so much on there. That's kind of nice. It's like a silver lavender thing going on. Looking around the device, USB Type-C connector on the bottom. There is a headphone jack as well. Here is your speaker, or at least one of them. They say dual, so I presume this section up here is going to be a speaker unit as well. This power switch looks like it has a fingerprint scanner in it. That's not the most common implementation, but I don't mind it. That's how you hold the device anyway. It can skip you a step if that happens to be the fingerprint unlock. And the volume rocker's up above there. This is your SIM tray over here on this side with the SD card expansion. Okay, peel the front. So yeah, this has a hole punch design on the front. So just a symmetrical front-facing camera right underneath the earpiece there. So there's a SIM tool there. Oh, what is this? 1X Gold. That looks like some currency right there. X Club Gold Coin Bank. Cool stuff around you. This is some kind of, and there's somebody probably stole the QR code at that point. That's fine. It is some kind of rewards program. Yeah, some sort of rewards program there. Also, look at that. This always surprises me when you are in the value for money segment. In some ways, it's even more competitive. So you got a screen protector right in the package, and it's a glass screen protector that's included in there as well. USB Type-C. Oh, and then there's also a case as well. So screen protector and super simple case. They've also provided this, which is kind of different. It's one of those acoustic docks, which it looks like it's made out of bamboo, but these are very simple little speaker units that you don't need to plug in. I think it's going to amplify the speaker on here without the need to plug in a secondary device. Now, it's not going to be as powerful as having a powered speaker, but I've played with these in the past and they actually can surprise you sometimes with the effectiveness. Now, it's not just music or video that could benefit from this. It's also just using the speakerphone. If you have this on your desk and then you plop the phone in there and then you're having a conversation, this is going to be quite a bit louder coming through here than just sitting on the table. We're gonna test that out. Why not? It also functions just as a typical dock. You can just use it like that too. On the bedside table, cool. The simple things sometimes. For unlock, I think I was right. It looks like fingerprints over here, but you can also do face unlock, optical based. In the past, I've had both enabled at the same time, whichever happens to be more convenient. Register the thumbprint. Interesting. They prompt you to do face unlock at the same time. Says it has it. Okay, cool. Oh, that's pretty fast for a side mounted. That's a very fast unlock. All right, now let's see if we can try the face. Face is fast too. So obviously this is not my thumb, it's my index finger now, and then it sees my face. Whoa. So face is fast and thumb is fast. 16 megapixel with dual flashlight on the front. Okay. Front facing. You know I got to turn off all the beauty stuff though. It sees my eye. It's doing some eye autofocus indication here. See how when I close this eye, it goes to my other eye? And I open up that eye and it goes back to that eye because that eye's a bit closer. Eye stuff. Software eye stuff. It's kind of tough, so nice to have. So yeah, we have a beard hair pass right there. So 90 hertz smoother animation, 60 hertz longer battery life, or there is an auto switch in there as well to switch the refresh rate on demand or dynamically so that you can preserve battery life, because some content doesn't take as much advantage of it, as you know. I didn't think I heard this IMX beat before. Yeah, it's definitely coming out of both sides. More low end here, a lot of high end filling in front facing over here. Okay. Yeah, it enhances it. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this is sold separately, but it definitely enhances it without the need to plug it in. And speakers are, well, you can tell from the sample there, they're fairly loud. So like any smartphone, as usual, it starts with the display, and that's where this big one comes in. 6.95 inches FHD plus and 90 hertz. Now 90 hertz is not 120 hertz, but 90 hertz is also not 60 hertz. So having something a little quicker in there is a nice little boost, especially in this product category, especially at this price point. I mentioned previously, as far as the charging is concerned, it is up to 33 watts. Quick charging, and you know you gotta have some sort of fancy animation in there as well. That's an absolute must these days. Next up, let's get into the camera department. We played around a little bit on the front-facing camera, but these are the important cameras over there on the back. The main unit, 64 megapixels, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, so we will check out a few samples here. But of course, you also have an ultra-wide in there, 0.6x, up to the main unit at 1x, as you can see in this sample right here. And then there's even a little bit of a zoom at 2x, which is still usable, as you can see. There's also a super night mode, and I was curious how this was going to work out. Obviously, I've seen night mode on a number of different devices at this point, but this actually gives you some usable results as well. As you can see here, we turned off all the lights and it's still able to make out in detail what happens to be on the table. There's also a super macro mode, and that just lets you get up close and personal. To use this camera, you're going to need a sufficient amount of light. For video, you have 4K 30 FPS, 1080p at 60 FPS. Those are going to be the ones you're likely to use. There's also 1080p at 30 FPS. And then there's some slow motion all the way up to 240 FPS. And you see we had to bring out one of my favorite gadgets, underrated gadgets. That's right, it's Newton's Cradle. Perfect for a 240 FPS demonstration. The batteries are integrated with ultra power saving mode, so you can get an extra 58 hours of call time even when the battery's at 5% capacity. A little bit more about the processor. It is a 64-bit octa-core processor. It has 2 performance cores, ARM Cortex A75, and 6 power-efficient Cortex A55 CPUs clocked at 2 GHz and 1.8 GHz respectively. And it's even got a fast GPU in there, and gamers are going to like hearing that.
Target's in sight. Taking the lead. Tied for the lead. Taking the lead. Target's down. Enemy contact! Enemy down! Friendly Predator missile inbound. Hunter killer drone deployed. UAV online. Need backup! Enemy down! Friendly hunter killer drone deployed. Recon standing by. Repeat, UAV recon is standing by. Hunter killer drone on standby. UAV online. Need backup! Predator missile inbound. Hunter killer drone deployed. Friendly Predator missile inbound. Predator missile on standby. Get down! Sniper! Boom! Headshot! Mag! UAV online. Reloading! Changing mag! Predator missile inbound. Enemy down! Watch out! Grenade! Recon ready for deployment. Need backup. Target's inside. Keep on them. We're running through. Predator missile awaiting orders. Friendly Predator missile inbound. Online. Friendly hunter killer drone deployed.
Jeez. So there you have it. That's the Note 10 Pro from Infinix, now available in more regions, 8 total, 40 plus countries. There's Latin America and West Africa, Southeast Asia. So check the website to see if it's available where you're at. For like $259 USD, and there's even an even more budget-friendly version if you go for the regular Note 10 So yeah, check out the pricing in your local region, but that's the package you get right there.